Yo Dara, yo JC Almond, Guz, what's good, boys? Okay, honestly, the best way to do this, since it's gonna be a quick call, I'm gonna share what I have learned, because like, in my opinion, the best way to learn is just to test more products, to run more ads, right? Specifically AI. My one advice is test as many AI products as possible today, and whether that's gonna be like 100% AI or whether it's gonna be like 50% plus filming. In my opinion, this is the move. 50% plus filming is a good balance because then you won't sacrifice the trust. But yeah, you need to like test around, right? And a lot of guys, they actually don't even create the AI, they just stitch it, which I'm totally against. In my opinion, create it yourself because that way you would learn the skill, which is a high leverage skill. Like a lot of people don't even know how to create such hyper realistic content. So that's one thing which I totally advise you guys to do. The next thing I learned is Instagram. I want to tell you guys like a secret about IG. A lot of you guys, or like in general in the community, they keep on mentioning how hard it is to reach the right audience, or their posting is going to the wrong audience and so on. After posting for such a long time, I've never used a VPN. I want to make that clear. Yet my US audience, regardless of the product, I've managed to even like there's products which are supposed to get 10% US or even less. I've managed to get it all the way up till 40% on average. And this is a big improvement considering I was getting 5 to 10%. And then it was like 90% to the wrong audience. So even with the wrong products, but then with the good products, is going 60% plus to the US with the following trick. You need to post strictly under this one window, like post timing window, which is the smaller the gap, the better. So the best window from experience is 7 p.m. CET all the way till, I would say, what's 6 a.m. to CET? That's like 4 to 5. I'm going to be generous. We're going to say 5 a.m. CET. I truly think this is the best window for posting if you want to get US audience. Another thing you want to keep in mind is what format you're doing. So we have actually, like, trust me guys, the number one thing which people do when they start dropshipping, and even like after years of dropshipping, they keep on following the numbers. The biggest trap you can do is following numbers in terms of like views, likes, and so on. So be emotionless, because by being emotionless, you wouldn't follow the numbers. Like some people are running products with 5k average views for 1 year plus, and there's a reason. Although they're getting low views, they're converting. So don't look at the numbers. And this is one thing which we actually implemented. So if one day I'm gonna review the product, okay? That day you're gonna see that we had a lot of options to go for really high inflated numbers in terms of formats, but we didn't do that. We decided to be very intentional with what marketing angle we do, to make sure that we have a good balance between views and conversion. We're just gonna CVR. That's the primary goal. You need a fine balance. So I'd rather get, for example, 1 million views with such a high CVR than getting 10 million views with the wrong audience. Because another thing is, it actually messes up your account. It's so hard for you to fix an account. That's how I look at it. Again, let me go back to this one page I had. This account, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my first, if not my first winner, because I actually was able to scale it up a lot. When I first started this product, I was just caring about numbers. So this is the account where I generated more than like 200 million views. So the problem with it is that it took me over 6 months to be able to fix my account quality. Like someone else would have dumped this account, but I managed to find the problem, the root problem, which is the format and the post timing, and then change that. So it's a long process to actually fix the reach, like so that you go to your professional dashboard and you see there's a high percentage of US audience. So this is what I had to do. So in my opinion, you're better off starting fresh with the right post timing, the right formats, so that when you go to your dashboard, you're gonna see 30% plus US. And that's when you know it's a good account. Okay, trust me, if you're getting 30% plus, you're good. And this is all without a VPN. So this debate whether should you use a VPN or not. In my opinion, obviously it does help, but to an extent. Okay, I truly think you can influence it big time with the following method. So keep that in account and just create really good quality content, follow the trends. And I'm not gonna lie, maybe there's a few exceptions, okay? Maybe if you live like really, maybe there's like a few countries where it's really hard to get global views, but I'm talking from personal experience, it has worked for me this way, okay? Can you share your team structure? That's a good question, but let me see. I'll try to give you some sauce regarding it because I'm gonna be honest, I'm humbly speaking about this. With AI, I really think there's no competition. Like right now in the organic space, I think the only people doing really well with AI are the paid ads section. With organic, the people who are really printing are non-dropshippers. They're people who are really good at organic marketing, and then they utilized AI to sell something, to sell a digital product, or to, join the dropshipping space. But the point is, I think it's such an untapped skill which nobody's utilizing at the moment. So this is one thing which I realized with with a team. But team structure, we focus on the post timing, we focus on the content quality. The main objective is do not make your content look AI. That's literally the number one objective of the video. Okay, you don't want the AI comments. These are your nightmare. And by the way, in certain scenarios, it's actually good to have them because they build some controversy, especially when the content is really good. People will say like, oh, it's not AI. You're gonna leak your product. Let's see. Right. Okay. I think you've shown me this. I mean, when you first showed me the product, it was not going well. But whatever you did here recently, it's paying off. So in my opinion, you need to split test this. And you know what? I'm more impressed about your account than your product. Because like the jump you had from 400, 200 views to 65k views is very impressive. And then you kept on managing to get more views. So this is a very good account, okay? You need to actually be optimistic that you have a very good primed account. So you should actually like either keep on pumping this account with really good content and then see, will it convert? Otherwise, just recycle the account because like this is a win-win situation. Whether you dump the account or not, I know you told me you wanted to dump it. It's a win-win situation. You have the account. Are you doing organic and paid? So right now we're doing organic, but the end goal is to have a hybrid approach, organic plus paid ads. What do you mean about format here? In this video you talk about having 1 to 2 format per product. You're confused? I was thinking it was a text hook plus, no. So when I talk about format, think about it like a card. Okay, every card is a different video idea. So right now, when you're on your burn account, before you pick the product and say, okay, let me run this product, try to gather these cards of like brainstorm. What, like if I were to have the product right now, how would I market it? What are the different video ideas I can use to generate views and sales? So this is actually what I was talking about earlier. There's few cards where they would generate you, 10 million views plus, and you've seen your competitors get, 200k likes on. But the reality is, it's a fake card. Like it gets you inflated numbers, but it doesn't convert. In fact, it ruins your account. It brings you the wrong audience. So these cards are big trouble, and actually many people fall into this. They actually end up dumping the account and the product because they think the product is a problem. It's actually the marketing is a problem. So find different formats, aka video ideas, which are proven to work. That's all. Thanks, Bo, but I have 0 sales. How many sessions did you have? Try look at your offer. Listen, everyone has the same offer. I'll be honest. My offer is going to be the same as everyone else. So it's going to be product image. We're going to have the name, reviews, some description here, like 3 different rows. You know how they put like, and then you would have the Kaching app. So I'm going to have a Kaching app. I'm going to have buy 1 and buy 2. Some people like to put a buy 3, but I've actually tested this with my other products. Buy 3 makes it look very bulky for no reason. There's so many examples of products where, literally their product page is a catching app. Literally they have buy one here all the way to the end. You don't want to be that guy, right? And by the way, there's a fix to this. You can just speak with their customer support, tell them to hide the unselected bundles or like free gifts, and that way you make it look better. But for me, I like 2 because it looks neat and it's good enough, So we're gonna have buy 1 and buy 2. Let me remove all of that. And then you're gonna have, something about shipping. So this will ship in X amount of time, and then you have some FAQ, and then you have finally the reviews. One example is Fun Punch. I highly recommend you check it. It's a very good example. It's pretty much the same format. It's a very good example. So you got 105 sessions for 180k views. I'm not gonna lie, that's not good at all. So I'm guessing it's because you either did not make it very obvious that they can purchase it, or the second reason because of how small your page is. Like generally, the first account is almost always, sorry, not the first account. The first viral video is almost always gonna have the least amount of conversions, because like the more you grow the page, the more social proof you're gonna have. You know what I mean? So it's normal. I would base it off my competition. Do you know anyone who's big enough running this product? I'm pretty sure you have. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a winning product. So you could give a few more tries. Worst case scenario, you're just growing the account, because like all you need is to keep on growing this page. Yeah, you posted like 1 day ago, which is not bad. Oh, you're talking about Lombi product page. Let's take a look. We actually didn't see their website, his website. Let's take a look. So first of all, it's very bland here. This looks, I'm being transparent with you, okay? This looks like a stock image. So first you need some movement here. Try to use what's your theme color? Yeah. You need here some sort of like, let's say sky blue, just like here. So it's gonna be sky blue with like some timer. So free shipping until midnight, and then you add a timer, for example, or spring sale offer ends in, as an example, and so on. Then your logo should be more clear. I hope this is actually accurate, and I'm not like discrediting your hard work, but yeah, your logo needs to be clear in the center. You could even try to put this one here on the left side, or even hide it, because you have one product, so they don't really need to search. So add your logo in the center, add some animation here, like a timer, some color, and then change this image. It needs to also be bigger slightly. You need to add UGC, okay? I'm not a paid ads guy, but I can already tell you this needs some UGC pictures here to show the product as well. Maybe the first one could be just a product, and then the second one could be like a UGC. So do that, and then add catching up, because like, or I don't know what you're using. Are you using like Shrine, or is this? I think you need a better theme. I'm gonna be honest. The theme needs a lot of work. I think this guy has been, yeah, this is a big page. Let's take a look here. So he's obviously running a lot of products, therefore, he's gonna take you to the collection page. Okay, I have a mixed opinion about this, which not many people will agree with. Although I said use a better theme, I didn't specify this time which theme. Because I think at this point, if you could do like a good proven to work theme, which doesn't look like a copy paste of all of your competitors, you're actually winning, because it doesn't look like a dropshipping store. So I like this store. For the most part, this looks very branded. The text style that he chose, and just overall like the minimalistic look of the store. Also, you can scroll a lot. There's a lot of social proof. So let me see if he has actually the same format or like structure as Fun Punch. He has what I just told you about. Okay. Timer there, logo here, big picture. Let's see, does he have UGC by any chance? He does, which is good. Reviews, logo, very small description, doesn't need to be crazy. And then the offer, he has 1 and 2 only. That's the FAQ I told you about. and then boom, the reviews. I believe it should be here, yeah. So that's how simple it should be. You could put the reviews up here, or if you want to explain the product first, that's totally fine. He actually went one step forward and he did like a, I think this is him showing the product, which is kind of cool. You would literally just follow the structure, but I like Fun Punch. I think they're winning big time, so I'd follow them. But yeah, I wouldn't base, like, this is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't base the decision over 100 sessions. You know what I mean? If there is proven concept that your product is good, keep running it, especially that your account is good, like your Facebook is good. So try to go more viral. Anyways, boys, if there's any final questions, because we need to get back to work. But I just wanted, honestly, I wanted to cancel this call, but I really wanted to talk to you all, and I appreciate you for being here today. If there's any final questions. So you brought the product to the market. I like it. Yeah, you don't need to be worried. I just think that your page is small, hence why this is what happened, but again, it's normal. My product was running paid ads, but the organic works. Oh, you do like hybrid? Is there any like info you would like me to help you with? What can I do to make more people come to my website? You need a clear CTA. So I don't know what CTA you used. Let's take a look. Yeah, so you want them to comment, and this is, in my opinion, a very good strategy for Instagram, but I'm not sure how good this is for Facebook. So let me check. 68k. Let's check how many comments you had here. You had 12 comments. Yeah, I would just like pump more content. Think about it like this. It's a win-win situation. You're growing your Facebook, and then you could recycle it. Because like you actually have a very good Facebook. The ones where you see like they're making 10k plus days usually have, you know, such Facebook where they print like 50k views per day, like per post. I've seen pages with like 500k per post, which is absolutely insane. So you're saying you used to run paid ads, but then you switched to organic and it's working. You're doing 2k per day. It depends. How scalable is it right now? If you see that, you know, you have a lot of liquid and, you know, you feel like the momentum might fall down and you don't have like a team, then probably you want to move to paid ads soon. Because like obviously you cannot really control the algorithm. At one point it's going to go down. So in my opinion right now, just double down if organic is working. You know, gather as much revenue, and then, you know, then you could just branch out, do organic plus paid. Yeah, just tell them like link in bio. By the way, you could put the link in your caption. They can literally click on it. On Facebook, everything's clickable. So that's really good. All right, boys, one more question before we call it. Again, thank you for being here. This was like a last minute call. Just like add it, literally. You could just add it and it will be clickable. You're not, glad to hear. Glad I could help, JC. Alright, boys. Thanks for being here. Big W. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Section for link, just add it in like the bio, like the description. Alright, boys. Peace.